Hello, Kendall from Reddit Whiskey with a recap of my first attack from this war. This is an online base called Sudoku. It's a modified version though, and in one way it makes the base much stronger, but in the other way it makes the base much weaker. So the standard Sudoku in each of these four larger compartments, there's actually only two defenses. The defenses are butted all the way against the wall. Usually they've got some trash buildings down there, but each of the four compartments have a Tesla that is here. So basically what you have is a Tesla that is guarding each of the double giant bomb locations. So in two of the four you got double giant bombs. So standard Sudoku, what you do is you send in two balloons to each of the Teslas, take them out. Because you don't have as many defenses that are out here, you actually don't have the room to have so much air defense coverage out here. So usually I think you get air defense and I think it's normally air defense in two of the smaller, and then you have two in the core, and I think they actually kick the heroes out into the middle ring is what the standard looks like. But neither here nor there. You send the balloons in, take out the Teslas, and then what you can do when you've got the two defenses is you can send one test hog in to each of these four compartments to see if there's a double giant bomb set, and if it's there, you're going to pop one of the two, so therefore you know where your remaining giant bombs are, and then it's a really simple hog raid from there. But you know, with this layout, obviously that's not the case, and we'll first start and talk about what it does that makes it stronger. So the standard Sudoku, when you're doing your balloons sending in and your hogs, because this air defense is not this far out of the core, you actually have a chance your balloons travel a little bit farther, and it's enough to get the clan castle pull. You can see though with this layout, there's enough defenses that are outside the core. It makes the clan castle pull a little trickier. It means you have to use some extra troops. So that's the one way it made it stronger. The way it made it weaker though is how the hogs are going to path, and the fact that because of the way this is set up, there's actually no way to ever pop the double giant bomb sets as long as you're going straight at them. And I'm going to kind of zoom in to explain what I'm talking about. So if you think about a double giant bomb set, it's basically two 2x2 spots. So a double giant, so this is one giant bomb would be there, and your second one would be like that. And that would be your double giant bomb. So squares obviously aren't the same, but that's, you know, you get the idea. But, you know, if you're looking at your base, what you're going to notice is a double giant bomb set, the trigger radius is not the bomb itself. There's actually, the circle actually goes about one tile outside the giant bomb. So your trigger radius is kind of like that. So on the standard Sudoku, when the defenses are recessed all the way, you can see that a single hog sitting on this corner has a very good possibility of triggering both of the double giant bombs. But with this layout, because this defense is pushed forward, I actually, whenever I send hogs in, as long as they hit this corner of the archer tower, then I don't have to worry about my or what's going to happen then is the hogs are going to pop just one of the two giant bombs. If I throw a heal down, they are going to get healed back up before they have a chance of pathing over this way to hit the second one. So, you know, that takes care of the first, kind of where I'm deploying. So, you know, then you have to kind of look at what are my hogs going to do after the deploy. So let's kind of zoom out here, and then let's look at hog pathing. So basically what I was looking at as I was expecting a Tesla here, I was going to do my hog drop here, kind of was going to kind of wall them out. I was going to start over here at this builder hut and then kind of just drag them this direction. The reason I want to do that is I wanted to get a few here on this archer tower. I want to get some on the Tesla and then some on the cannon. Well, in regards to health, the archer tower and the Tesla have the same amount of health. Cannon has more. So what's going to happen is the archer tower, Tesla's probably going to go down first because the most amount of hogs are going to end up on it. From there, there's going to get a couple of them that pop up here to the archer tower. There's only going to be a couple of them that hit the archer tower because just simply of the way the direction. In fact, I don't even know if any of them would have been if I drug across this direction. But neither here nor that. There's going to be hogs end up on this corner while the rest of them are this cannon, and therefore it's going to get one of the giant bombs. I can throw a heal down and go from there. So what's going to happen then for my hogs is the cannon's going to go down, archer tower's going to go down, and then the archer tower hogs are going to head over to this air defense. From this air defense, and I was going to do my kill squad down here, so I kind of expected, I think I was planning on my archer queen taking out these two defenses and kind of going this direction. She doesn't end up doing that, but it doesn't really matter because I get like one or two hogs that kind of, I think, come over hit the wizard tower. But neither here or there, archer tower was down, so from there, all of the hogs then moved to this mortar. Because the mortar is closer than this cannon over here. Well, from here, the next closest defense is this X-bow, and then from here they get to the mortar. At this mortar, though, they're going to split, and here's the reason why. It's the distance between this air defense from the mortar and this mortar and this mortar. So if we start to do a count, and kind of starting with one tile on the air defense, so there's one tile there, two tiles is a wall, then you've got 3, 4, 5, 6, and then this would be the 7th tile. So kind of doing the same exercise to this mortar, you've got 1 on the corner of the mortar, 2 from this open space, 3, 4, 5, 6 on this first corner of the mortar, and the middle is 7. So basically what happens is my hogs path up this way. Any of the hogs that are on this very far left-hand corner of the cannon are going to go to the left. Everything that's in the middle or the right are then going to go this way to the mortar. From the mortar, I expected them to then go down to the X-bow, and from there was going to be probably some, I wasn't sure if the X-bow was going to be dead or not, so they were either going to go down to the X-bow or else I was going to see them split up and then have a few of them go this direction and a couple of them go this direction. I didn't know. I kind of thought that there was more likely they were going to go all of the top or kind of most of the top and maybe some this way because I kind of figured this air defense would be down for my kill squad. But, you know, that was the plan. And neither where, as long as, remember this double giant bomb set, if it had been up here, and it looks like that, or if it had been over here, and it looks like that, you know, kind of remember how I drew out the ring. You know, as long as your hogs are sitting on this corner of the air defense, it's going to just pop one of the single giant bombs and you can throw a heal down before it gets to the second. So that's the kind of the real weakness from this base. In fact, the only way you can hit the double giant bombs is if you were to send your hogs in this way, they were to path to here, then to here, and then go that way. And that's the only way you can hit both of them, or, you know, kind of in this direction or in this direction or in, and actually I guess it doesn't work. You'd have to go this way, but these were all going to be taken on my kill squad. So, you know, in that case, it makes Sudoku, and especially this version of it, very weak because this one defense is one spot forward. So, you know, my initial plan was, since I wasn't going to take out the Teslas because it wasn't as necessary to check for the double giant bombs, and it also would have been very, very expensive with these air defenses these far out. You know, my initial plan was I was going to bring 3 balloons in to kill this archer tower and to get my clan castle pull. And I was expecting it was going to be 3 balloons and I'd probably have to send a hog behind it to get the final pull. But that was my initial plan. From there, I was going to drag clan castle troops down to the bottom to do my kill squad. It was going to be, you know, standard kill squad of, you know, a few barbarians followed by witches, staggered witches, then my archer queen, 2 wizards, and then, you know, a couple more barbarians to kind of to funnel them in to keep my kill squad safe. From there, I was going to drop a golem in right here, very in the center, with a wizard there to break the trash ring, followed by 3 wall breakers to break that wall. Once that wall was broken, clan castle troops would be under control. I was going to send my barbarian king in. And then once the Barbarian King kind of got up to there, I was going to send 5 more wall breakers to take out this wall. And I picked 5 because, you know, it was going to be a rage of this Archer Queen, this X-bow. This Archer Tower should have been shooting at Skelly, so I wasn't as worried about that. But that would have probably cost me 2 of the wall breakers, so 5 should have definitely got me in. And then Barbarian King would have come in, would have hit the Archer Queen, and then, like I said, from there, I was going to kind of, you know, just layer my hogs out this way, starting from this builder hut and then just kind of dragging my finger over that way. And that was kind of been my plan. Heals, the way they were going to look was if a giant bomb popped here, I was going to drop a heal. If not, I was going to probably save it. But giant bomb did pop, so I had to drop a heal there. heal for a core, heal for up here, and heal for up there. And that was kind of the plan of what the attack was going to look like. So we'll watch it, and things didn't go exactly like I planned. I'll show you what happened. Oh, and the one thing I forgot to mention, on Sudoku, the way you always start out every single one of your attacks is the very first thing you want to do, you see I've got a ton of barbarians, I'm going to drop one barbarian in front of each of these compartments to spawn the Tesla. And the reason you want to do that is, if I'd have just sent balloons in up here, I dropped them right here, what would have happened is they would have gone first to the cannon. But that Tesla would have spawned, and when it did, my balloons would have actually stopped for a second, retargeted to the Tesla, and they would have paused. And it's not a ton of time, but every quarter of a second counts. So instead, what you want to do is you want to pop the Teslas first, so you don't have to worry about any of your troops that are going to be sending after defenses pausing at all. So first thing I was going to do is drop barbarians under each of the compartments. You're going to see I did that. Teslas all start popping, and I notice instead of having the Teslas where I expected them, guarding the double giant bomb set, they're actually moved over, and that actually made my hog deployment that much easier, because remember my goal was I needed to get a hog on the corner of this archer tower. Now I don't have to worry about spreading them out. In fact, I can throw all the hogs right on that Tesla. So we'll kind of keep moving from there. I go to drop my 3 balloons, and my balloon drop wasn't clean. You can see 1 went down and then 2 followed it. So I actually went ahead and threw another balloon. This air defense was just too close. I was worried the 3 balloons kind of wouldn't be enough. So 4 was going to get in to make sure I got that archer tower down. So in case I needed to send a hog in, I'd have a clean path. But I can see that the skellies start to pop or spawn for the witch. So I knew I got the full pull. Throw my archer down as an anchor point, followed by barbarians. Witches get in staggered, and the way I do it is I would drop 1 witch, wait for the green circle, then drop the second one. Archer queen then goes down, followed by my wizards. Then I start just kind of spawning in some barbarians to help protect. You're going to see my golem goes down, followed by wizard to break the trash ring. Send the wall breakers in, and the archers weren't quite under control, so they killed one of my wall breakers, so I had to send another one in. So I was getting a little worried there because I only had now 4 wall breakers left to try to bust in there. But Golem goes in, Barbarian King goes in. Once the Barbarian King kind of is in there, then I send my wall breakers. I was probably a little early on that, but luckily they were able to bust that open. And then I get my first really, really good news. This Golem popped this double giant bomb set. This is a really poor place to put double giant bombs, because you never want your double giant bombs near where your archer queen is, because anyone sending in a kill squad to take out your archer queen is going to pop one of your sets. So therefore there's only 1 double giant bomb set from there. So from there, archer queen's going down, drop the ability, and then I throw all my hogs in right on this Tesla. You're going to see, watch this, they go from the Tesla to the archer tower, and you can see they get, and this guy actually did one other thing, which I guess he was trying to strengthen the double giant bomb set because he had these pulled forward but it really, I don't think it really matters much. I think it's still a weak I might have actually gotten really lucky. I'd have to redo the analysis based off the double giant bomb set being moved forward but I wasn't expecting that. But you can see, first giant bomb goes off, hogs got the heal, second one goes off. I didn't lose any of my hogs because they were already under heal, because they went off, the giant bombs went off at different timing. And I think that's kind of the important thing. As long as the giant bombs go off at different times, they're not going to kill your hogs. So hogs go exactly where I want. They all go to the core, get my second heal dropped. And my archer queen did actually what I wasn't expecting. She went to the core instead of going out to the left. And that messes up my my pathing a little bit. But hogs kind of move forward. You're going to see the ones on this corner split to the left. The rest of these go to the right. So I get another heal down. And this is the part I forgot to mention also. My plan was, since I knew this air defense was going to be the very first thing that went down over here and also over here, what I could do is then start throwing balloons in from the back side to help my hogs, since I knew they were going to be split up and I wasn't going to have as much. And I didn't have a whole lot of hogs to start with. So you can see these hogs, because these defenses went down, they kind of go right up like I wanted them to. So, no issues there. Balloons start coming in to help clean up. Air defense goes down. I throw my last kind of balloon in over there. And then from there, it's just cleanup. So Like I said, and then finally, I always bring a couple ever wizards that I drop at the very end at the buildings that are farthest away from where my hogs kind of end up to help with cleanup, just to kind of speed everything up. So, we'll kind of speed it up from there for cleanup, but that's how it went. Again, it was a modification of Sudoku I'd never seen. In one way made it stronger, another way just it's not a super strong base to start with as long as you know what to expect. So I hope this helps. If there's any questions or something I wasn't clear on, please leave a comment below. And thank you very much for watching.